Dear friends, we to meet you once again through this video. In the YouTube series of foreign travelers to Tamil land, we are knowing what Chinese traveler Fei Chin, a military personnel of the fleet of the Ming dynasty Admiral Zhang He, who visited India in the early 15th century, told about the Tamil land. He is the author of a historical work named Singsha Senglan, the overall survey of the Star Raft, consisting of notes about countries visited by Chinese ships. I am going to present the notes on Country of Champa, part of Vietnam in the present day, in this video from the book edited by Roderich Ptak. This country was under the rule of King Bhadravarman, known as Indravarman, after 1432, a Tamil Chola dynasty descent. Country of Champa, Chan Cheng Kuo. This country comes down to the sea and has an anchorage called Singchao. On the west, it reaches Chiao Chi. On the north, it adjoins the Middle Kingdom. Ships from other foreign countries come here. The principal chief wears on his head a three-tiered gold ornamented cap. Over his body is thrown a lavishly embroidered cloth. The four joints, the wrists and ankles all have golden bracelets. On his feet, he wears tortoise-shell shoes. Around the waist, he binds a square belt with 8 jewels. In this way, he resembles a decorated Buddhist guardian made of clay. He rides on an elephant. Before and behind him follows a crowd of more than 500 foreign soldiers. They either hold spears, swords, and short javelins, or else brandish leather shields. They skillfully beat drums and blow coconut shell flutes and shell pipes. The tribal headmen all ride horses. When the principal chief came out into the country to receive the imperial edicts and rewards, he made his elephant go down, then crawled on his knees and falling prostrate, he gratefully accepted the imperial favors and brought forward tribute of local products. As to the products of this country, huge elephants and rhinoceroses are very plentiful. Therefore, elephants' teeth and rhinoceros horns are extensively traded to other countries. Kalambak incense is produced on one mountain. The principal chief sends men to supervise its gathering. Ordinary people are not allowed to collect it. The one who secretly steals and sells it will have his hands cut off once the offense is exposed. As to ebony and lacquer wood, the lower classes cut it for firewood. The climate is always hot like summer. One does not see frost or snow. The plants and trees are always green, now in flower, now in fruit. People are granted the privilege to boil seawater to make salt. The rice grown in the fields is very poor. The people of this country only eat arka nuts wrapped in lao leaves, which is betel leaves with lime made from the oyster shells. Whether they walk or stand, sit or lie down, these nuts are never absent from their mouths. They do not understand New Year's Day, but when the moon emerges, they take it to be the beginning, and when it disappears, they take it to be the end. When the moon has thus waxed and waned 10 times, they take it to be 1 year. They have a system of dividing day and night into 10 watches by skillful beating of a drum. The principal chief and the populace do not rise before noon, and they do not sleep before midnight. When they see the moon, they drink wine and sing and dance to celebrate it. The residence of the principal chief is high and spacious. The entrance and the walls of the house are all made of bricks and mortar, and the hardwood of the doors is decorated with engraved figures of wild beasts and domestic animals. Around the house are brick walls. They also have all the appurtenances of a city with an outer city, and all the apparatus for drilling soldiers and such things as poison barbs, knives, and spears. Residences of their tribal chiefs are also orderly arranged according to rank. The entrances are high and have thresholds. The common people plait rushes to cover their houses, and entrances are not more than 3 chi in height. If the entrances are higher, people are immediately punished. The food are the same throughout the country. They do not eat fish unless it is decayed, nor do they consider liquor good unless maggots have appeared in the ferment. In making wine, they take rice mixed with medicinal pills in a dry stage and put them inside earthen jars. They seal the jars firmly and as a rule keep them in store. After many days, the sediment breeds maggots and becomes an excellent liquor. On the subsequent day, they break the seal, Take the long jointed bamboo tubes, 3 or 4 chi in length, and thrust them into the sediment in the jar. At times, 5 or even 10 men may sit together and they insert more or less water according to the number of men. Then they take it in turns to suck at the bamboo and draw the liquor into their mouths. When it has all been sucked up, they add more water. When it has no more taste, then they stop. If it still retains any flavor, they seal and keep it for further use. Men and women knot up their hair in a chignon at the back of the head and wrap around in a flowered cloth. On the upper part of the body, they wear a short cotton jacket and around the waist a colored cotton kerchief. The country has no such apparatus as paper or pen, but they take goat skin, beat it thin and smoke it black, and they sharpen a small bamboo for a pen which they dip into white lime to write characters on the skin. These are vermiform and labyrinth in shape. Their language is like the chirping of birds. One entirely relies upon interpreters to translate it. So this is Country of Champa, part of Vietnam in present day during the early 15th century as seen by Fei Hsin. I am presenting the content from Fei Chin's book Xing Cha Shanglan, the overall survey of the Star Raft, based on a draft by JVG Mills, edited and annotated by Roderich Ptak in 1996. I have many more interesting facts told by Fei Chin. We'll meet you soon with another video of his visit to other countries. Until then, thanks with wishes.